I had the pleasure to be in the selection committee for Norway grants in Latvia and Lithuania. And then I've been a part of this journey in green innovation here in the Baltics, and I think it's given me a lot. I hope it's given you also a lot, and I see a lot of good progress what's happening here. I'm working in the sustainability division in Innovation Norway. And why do we have a sustainability division? That's to focus on sustainability, and green is a part of the sustainability. So that's important. There are two things that's similar between Norway and the Baltics. We are about the same number of people, and we emit about the same million tons of emissions, about 50 million tons. But the rest is very different. But we have the same challenge. We have to reduce the emissions by 40% within 2030. And the way of doing this is maybe different, but it's a lot of the same things we have to do. Very short about Innovation Norway. We are owned by the Ministry of Trade and Fisheries. We have office in all the counties in Norway, and in 35 countries, and also here in the Baltics. We have about 700 employees. We got 3.4 billion Norwegian from the ministries. Some of this money is innovation loans, so we are funding companies for 6.1 billion kroner, and that's 6,615 projects we fund every year. Last year, 38% of those were green, so that's about 2,700 projects which are green. And part of my job is to increase this number. So our target is to get it by 40% this year, and then we're going to increase and increase. Innovation Norway, we also is an instrument for the government to give them advice, policy advices. And if we're going to go into the green, what should we do? So what we did last year is that we had a process we call the Dream Commitment, where we invited 3,500 participants from industry, from universities, people with interest in these topics. We had 84 workshops all over the world, and they gave us some main messages. And the really main message was that sustainability is a market opportunity. It's the biggest market opportunity we will have for the next years. And when we're going into this market opportunity, we have to think about making new business out of old business. It's very hard to start in a kind of business you have never been in before. It's much easier to transfer the business you have into a green business. And we also need a holistic innovation approach, which means that we have to do things together, not think what we call in silos. You know, the agriculture they should not think just about the agriculture, they think about the industry, agriculture, all the things. This year, we have taken these advices and looked and concluded that we are looking into 6 what we call area opportunities. It's a cross-sectional areas. One is clean energy. This also include the use of clean energy. The second is bioeconomy. It's making a circular economy. It's making more value out of the organic bio resources we have. The third is a common problem for, I think, the whole of Europe is the health and welfare. Then we have something we call ocean space, which is about the food, the fishery, the food, the wind resources, the ocean resources, and also the maritime business. Smart societies is also something very interesting for both the Baltic countries and Norway, and tourism and creative industry. And what I will do now is to go into some of these opportunities and start with the renewable energy. And here is really the big difference between the Baltics and Norway. Because Norway's today, all the electricity in the plug is renewable. And we export also 10% of what we produce. So which means that we, in fact, we don't need to build any more renewable power if we're going to meet our goals, EU goals. But we're still doing it. And we also, just a couple of months ago, we decided to build Europe's largest wind power plant of 1,000 megawatt. 1,000 megawatt, that's a lot of power. And we also building a lot of small hydropower. So what we're doing is that we have excess of clean energy, and we're still building more, and the prices is going down. So what do we do with them? We have to think into how to use this as a benefit for whole Europe. And one of the problems that what we see here in Europe, and also we'll see here in the Baltics, is that when you introduce wind and solar, you just get the power when it's windy or sun. So when it's not windy and not sun, a rainy day in summer, where do you get the power from? So you need to have the system to get the power. And you can't really store it in batteries, because that's a short-term storage. You can store the electricity in batteries for the next day. But if you need it the next month, or in the winter months, where do you store it? And then the big water resources in Norway, the dams, is a long-term storage opportunity for Europe. The largest dam in Norway has the same storing capacity as if you built the Chinese wall with batteries. And we have many of those dams. So we can support really whole Northern Europe with energy in reserve. And that's just what we are looking into, how to do that, and how to utilize that business. Then, also as a part of the agreement with EU, we look into energy efficiency. It's we're going to reduce it by 40% within 2030. This is an example of what you can do. It's an really old office building in Oslo, just also Oslo, that they took out all the interior. They built it with new insulation, best insulation, shading, natural ventilation, lighting, heat pumps, solar panels on the roof. And this building today is producing more power than it uses. And it's really not a big cost solution, it's a low cost solution. The challenge we have is that to get the house building owners to understand that this is a business opportunity, because often their customers, if you're going to have Google coming in, or the American big companies, Facebook and Google, they want to have this kind of buildings. They don't want to get into an old office building using a lot of power, because that's in their image, in their brand. Ocean space. You know that Norway is producing a lot of salmon. And we are only producing 1.3 million tons of salmon, which means about 400 trucks of salmon is going out of Norway every day. Our vision is to produce 5 million tons of salmon. And to do that, we have to solve really the environmental challenge with the farmings. So we're moving all the salmon farms out to the ocean, open ocean. And to be able to do that, we have to combine the technology from the offshore industry. And we have a lot of people laid off in the offshore industry now. We have to combine with biology, with people that know about energy and how to reduce the energy. So this case is under construction now. It will take 6,000 tons of salmon And the vessel here, certainly, is going to be electric. Circular economy was mentioned. This is an example of a factory in Tønsberg, south of Oslo, where they take the organic waste from 18 municipalities. Then you need the system to sort organic waste from the other kind of waste. They take the organic waste, they mix it with the sewer waste, the wet waste, and they mix it with manure from the farms. And when you make this mix, you have the possibility to get a biogas production with a very high utilization. It can produce up to 95% biogas from the theoretical, if you do this with the modern best technology. And what they also do is they're putting greenhouses in the background here. So they use also some excess CO2 to enhance the growing of vegetables. We're looking into high-value bioproducts. When you are eating an ice cream, vanilla ice cream here in Riga, probably the vanilla taste is coming from this factory. And it's a product, it's made out of pine. So next time you're eating the vanilla ice cream, think about the taste is from the Norwegian pines. But you can also make, what we're talking about is the second generation biofuels. It's made out of forest, and it's a lot of products that you can make out of forest. And this is an area for a lot of cooperation between our countries. Everybody coming to Norway talk about all these Teslas and Nissans and BMWs, all the electric cars. 20% of the sale in Norway now is electric cars. This is just a start. As I said, the government has made a decision to have no sale of no fossil fuel power car after 2025. We are looking for electric cars and also hydrogen cars. If you're going to, and then it brings into about the smart city. If you're going to control the traffic flow into a city, electric cars is a part of the solution, because you can not control, remote control a diesel engine or a gas engine car, but you can remote control an electric car very easily. So we're talking about cars without drivers. The key to that is the electric car. And also for Norway to reduce our emissions, about 30% of the emissions in Norway is from cars. And if we are going to meet the EU goal, we have to do something with the emissions from the cars. So this is just the beginning. Then I think this is a smart cities, green ICT. That's a big area for cooperation. My expectation is this will be the largest area for entrepreneurship in the years to come. Because we have most of the technology, the hardware for a green city or a smart city, but we don't know how to use it. So making software, or it's for smart grids, it's for smart transportation, it's for smart waste, for smart whatever. This will be a really big area for entrepreneurship. Let's do it together. At last, I will mention that what we see from Norway is that we are not exporting hardware. We are exporting software, knowledge, and money. And what we do is that Norwegian companies, they're very interested in investing in renewable energy all over the world. The example here is a fast-growing company in Norway called Scatec Solar, building solar power plants all over the world. This is from Honduras. They're building in South Africa, in the in Saudi Arabia, in Pakistan. They are building all over the world. They have no problem to get investors. This is a huge possibility. And the good thing with solar is that it takes so short time from you decide, you start looking at a project, till it's actually producing power. It takes 2 years. If you're going into wind, it takes maybe 10 years. You go to hydropower, it takes 20 years. 2 years it takes from the idea to a plant. And I also know that we have a Norwegian owners of a wind power plant that's in Lithuania, I think. Okay, I think that was enough for this session, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Thor. And maybe you're going to break tradition with a question. Maybe there is some question in the room. No, but we are a very conservative nation with traditions. Still, thank you very much, and one more time applause. Thank you.